Hello, it's Kristen, back with your weekly talk on love and intimacy. We will start with some oracle and then move into tarot. Welcome to In the Good. This is Nico. Okay, let's just start with your energy. We're gonna find out what's up, what's hidden, what's being illuminated, what's the path forward, what are the insights? And here it is. Privacy. So feeling like you don't want to rush out and tell everyone your business. I was having a conversation with a mentor of mine, and he was talking about the difference between secrecy and privacy. And with secrecy, there can be this element of shame around it. And privacy is just like, I'm cool, I'm good. Like, this is just none of your business. I don't, so maybe you are keeping private from someone in your life, a lover. You've just met someone and you're not rushing in with spewing everything about yourself at first. Maybe in the past, it's letting it all fall out and wanting to just be a little bit more, I'm gonna get to know you first. I'm gonna get to know myself within you first. I'm gonna feel safety and create safety before I rush in and spew the whole story. This is also perhaps wanting to not go into things with friends or family around something that you're going through. For some of you, there's been an end of a relationship or there's trouble in a relationship. And normally you would loop in a story and you would be talking about it with lots of friends. And this time you just want to settle into yourself first. Okay, so this woman, it's like she's taken off the mask. And you don't want to be putting up some sort of plastic personality or any of the shoulds. I should be this way. I should be that way. I should be compromising. I should have this smile on my face. I should enjoy this. You want to present yourself authentically in a very deep way. And as you present that to yourself and being honest with, this is what I want, this is what I need in a relationship. Perhaps there's been changes in what you need in a relationship, and you need to take some time, you need to take some space. You might need to be taking some space from someone, and it doesn't necessarily mean a breakup. It could just be that you just don't need to be with them every 2 seconds, or perhaps you're with someone that's constantly wanting to be with you every 2 seconds, and the texts are coming in all the time, and it's, hey, what you do, where you going, what's up, and you don't want to rush in. And you don't want to have to put up this pretend sort of thing around, oh yeah, this is all okay with me, when it's not. So this could even be you being okay with not knowing where the next date is coming from, or when the next date is. Taking a different path. I feel like this is a marker here, like you've been there, and you're moving forward and you're not going back. And it can feel very uncomfortable. It can feel weird when maybe you've presented that your private self to people before and haven't gotten the response you want because they weren't the right people. And this is knowing that it's okay to be yourself around someone. Feels like there's this sort of broken no man's land in the back of her. It's like where you were or the kind of relationships that you were in didn't really feel very satisfying. It felt very gray. And these clouds to me represent like a lack of clarity. So perhaps there's been lack of clarity between people. Or perhaps someone's telling you who they are and what they want, and it doesn't match what you wish that they wanted. And so putting up this mask, I can just be okay with this. I can just sit here and have fun, when really I want to be in a committed relationship. This could also be very much like, I want to be in a committed relationship, but I'm just going to cool my heels, and I'm going to be okay with exploring and having fun with someone, knowing that I'm clear about what I want, and I'm going to know when it's time to walk away, have a moment of stillness. For some of you, you're keeping private because there are certain relationships in your life, friendships or family, where people can feel a little judgy, not so much jealous, although there could be some of that stemming from people's own lack of self-worth or how they feel about themselves, but it's really just a bit of a judginess or somebody comparing, and you're keeping private. You just want to explore something and walk into a whole new direction and something new without everybody's opinions in the background, without having everybody else's conversation running in the back of your head. Grab one of these and I'll get into tarot. So the metal dog, simplify your life. God, this card came out, I think last week. I'm having multiple cards over last week and this week come into the reading. So if you take this as a sign to check those out too and see their extended readings in that way. With the dog, there is that loyalty, and I think it's that loyalty to yourself. You're being loyal to yourself without the masks. Masks don't have to be a negative or bad thing, like they're putting on a mask. It can be that way sometimes. They're fake, they're presenting this, but they're really that. And that's of course part of it. But we have different selves that we present to different people in our lives. We are a certain way with certain family members. When we're at work, we present ourselves a certain way. The big thing I'm getting around this is a certain degree of safety that you're cultivating for yourself as you move through with more intimacy. Because in order to be really truly intimate, you have to feel safe. This is the degree of intimacy I feel okay with right now. And then more as time goes on, and it's getting to know someone. Again, getting to know yourself with someone. How do they make you feel? How do you feel in your body around them? If you haven't had a certain type of intimacy for a while, any kind of desire, passion, intimacy, feeling very sensual it can be a little overwhelming, and it can be overwhelming in the fun, delicious, luxurious way that feels so enhanced, and it's that feeling of ecstasy. But it can also be overwhelming, like, God, I haven't felt this way in a while. And so it's okay to pace things, because anybody who's going to be cool is going to be okay with your pace, and you attune to their pace, and as you get to know. But the simplify, not being afraid to just be your simple self, I would say, in this card. And I always see the falling leaves as things are falling away, things that are not necessary, even ways we look at romance and our intimacy with other people and what we need in an intimate relationship changes. As time goes on, we get older, we get wiser, we get more experience, and what was exciting to us and what made us feel ecstatic isn't the same thing. Sometimes it really is more simple. Like, you don't need the big grandiose thing. It's nice to have these big adventures, of course, but this is also finding the adventure and the desire and the passion in the everyday life. This is the standing next to someone as they pour you coffee and they put your hand on your back, and that's exciting, and it makes you feel fulfilled. It makes you feel like you can be yourself without the masks. I feel like walking out of the city, and I lived in Manhattan forever. I love the city so much. But it's like you can you can be in the country where life is a little bit more, it's fast in the slow lane. There's a coziness that you want. There's a privacy, to feel genuinely private with someone, to feel like you can be your private self. All those little things that you don't want someone to see. Or an example that's come up for me lately is, oh, I love how you look without makeup on. I can really see you. I love that I can see your real face. And it's privacy. It's like a deep level of intimacy that's very simple and not showy. And then everything else is just the cherry on top. It's like the icing and like the flower decorations on the cake. It's the sundae with all the fixings. All right, let's try tarot. A little bit of tarot. I hope that you will subscribe if you're feeling called and join the community. I'd love to connect with you more. Please give me a thumbs up if all is resonating, if you're liking. And let me know in the comments below what you want to share. And I hope that you will support and share with each other in the comments. Because we need more supportive communities in this world. And I am here for it. All right, what else? So there has been a lack of clarity with the Ace of Swords reversed. And this is you on your own personal journey. It's okay to get unclear, or when we are changing and growing and transforming and evolving and going to the next place, it can often feel a little bit unclear. Like, yeah, I used to like that. I don't like that anymore. That used to excite me. That doesn't excite me anymore. It's good to take some time, some private time, to acknowledge how you've changed. And from there, the clarity begins to come in. And it can take a little bit of time. It's okay to simplify your life a little bit. Maybe having a little bit of more structure to your life to add, to give it that simplicity, to kind of like, I'm gonna go to this yoga class. I'm gonna start journaling every single day. I'm gonna go get drinks with my friends on Thursday happy hour. I'm gonna create these moments for myself that I can really enjoy. I'm gonna go for hikes. I've been wanting to go for hikes, and I want to spend more time in nature, and there's never enough time. I'm going to make sure every Saturday morning I do that. In creating that for yourself, more clarity comes in as you commune with other people. Going through what you're going through is what I'm hearing, is that by spending time with those that you are attuned with, that those that you feel trust, that those that you feel like you can be your private self with, those friends, is to really make time, whether it's even just having texts exchanged every single day. My friend in New York, I live in Los Angeles, we text every day. And I think it's what we get out of those texts on those voice dictates. It's communicating and connecting with those that are walking the same path. And if you perhaps even have friends that have these kinds of relationships that you're looking for, to take that in as medicine. Even getting real with them, because even people that have amazing relationships, there's stuff within those relationships and things that go on, and to discuss how they've handled things and, what they've been through with their partners. And that can be very inspiring when you're with the right people. What else? With the Hierophant, there's that structure, but there's connecting also to your higher self. Seeing intimacy and relationships as a divine and sacred calling in your life. And it's something that is very private, very sacred for you. And as you begin to become more clear and begin to acknowledge how you've changed and how life has changed for you, that a cycle has come and gone. It's about acknowledging what already really has left. What has left your life? What ways are you replaying the same story that you no longer even believe anymore, but it's on autoplay? And that's where talking with some other people that you really trust and can feel really great about, and taking the time in nature, even if it's just a park across from the skyscraper where you work. I lived in Manhattan, and you could find these bits of nature, like in Central Park or all over the city, where, to be able to commune, all you need is one plant and you can commune. Yes, it's wonderful to go into a big field or the mountains or the lake and to take that time, but go buy yourself some flowers or a plant. Take a moment, lie back in your office chair and just sit with it. It doesn't have to be this big, huge, ta-da. It can be those quiet moments, those quiet insights, those quiet ways in which you realize that you've changed. It can be those quiet moments that you find with someone where they look at you and you really feel seen by them. And there's a certain smile that they give you, or just that one little thing that they say, one little phrase, like, just be yourself, or you don't need to have it together all the time. I'm here. It's this feeling that you really feel that's embodied. You feel it in your body where it's okay to surrender. It's okay to let myself receive this support. And it's this safety that you create. And it does take time. And you can feel certain things right away with people like, yeah, this is a safe enough person to go out with and have drinks 2-3 times. This is a safe enough person to get intimate with. But it's more time. Don't be afraid of the amount of time things take, because nothing that is meant for you will pass you by. And it's a cliche, and it's a cliche for a reason, because it is true. And I tell myself that all the time too. It's not going to pass you by. And the fact is, sometimes we're not ready for things, and no one likes to hear that. I don't. It can be like, oh, I'm not ready for that. But you are on the journey, and it won't pass you by. Let's get one more. Oh, and the Two of Cups, how fabulous. This is union with the self, of course. This is giving your own cup to yourself. But this is really, after this journey, after all the acknowledging, after getting the clarity, this is recognition that you do want partnership, and it's there right in front of you. And partnership is, I would say, coming in we're here in this reading in 2024 in November, but I would say there's something about the season coming up. There's something about the season coming up. It's like you're walking out of like fall, winter into spring, summer. So I would say, even if you're in a relationship, and you might be surprised at where things go in the next 6 months. And you might be surprised at what choice you have in the next 6 months. So don't feel you need to compromise to be with anybody, just not to be by yourself. There's a lot of leaves falling off here, which also feels to me like there are a lot of people right now in the same process where you are. You will be aligning with someone and creating a structure and a commitment that works for the two of you. Not works for what your family thinks or your friends think, or what your friends have, or what you think you should have, or what you wanted 10 years ago. But two people coming together and talking about who they are now, being private with each other, being honest with each other, and creating the relationship that works for you. And that is coming. Thank you so much. Love you. Thank you for being here and listening all the way through. I am Kristen. We have Nico here. We are in the good. Again, thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It would mean the world to me for your support. Like, subscribe, all the things, and check out the meditations on the channel. I'm doing a whole series of meditations on the Celtic tree alphabet. I'm really excited about it. Check it out and let me know in the comments below what you think about it. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.